Okay, so I've entered the two different projects into Excel. I've put titles for each column, and I've kind of bolded the averages and the sums, just so that it's easier for me then to go ahead and look at. In fact, I might even print this out and then use this as part of my data when I'm showing or talking about student growth. For example, I mean, just by looking at the numbers themselves, you can see, like, for example, the introduction, the first time, the score or average was 1.3. The second time was 1. So there was a decrease in introduction. So the question is, why might that be? There was also a decrease in population. However, there was an overwhelming increase in the way that the students were writing their method or how they were gathering their information. So you can then talk about, well, what kind of things did you do with your class to account for that big increase in their writing skills for the method section of the project. But most importantly, I mean, it depends on, again, what you're trying to show growth in. Maybe it's just the overall quality of the project, that the average was 12.3 and it has jumped up to a 13.3 from project 1 to project 2, and you'd like to show that. So you could show that to Jen or whomever just by showing this table, or just by showing the tables or the numbers, but sometimes you'd like to show that in like a bar graph. So I just wanted to just quickly remind you how to do that in Excel, and that'll be it for this series videos. So what I'm going to do is, to do a bar graph successfully, you're going to really just want to create a separate table for that. So I'm going to do that up here. I'm just going to go ahead and make a table. So I'm going to do a bar graph to show the differences between Project 1's total average and then Project 2 total average. So the table is going to pretty much be simple. It's just going to say first project, and then second project. And then I'm just going to put the average totals next to those two things. I'm going to readjust the size here, and then I'll put those average totals next to the first and second project. So the first project's average was 12.3, and then the second project's average was 13.3. Okay. When you are done and you have your labels and then the appropriate averages or whatever you're measuring for your bar graph to the right of that, you're going to select what you would like to have graphed, and you are going to go up to the Insert tab, and there's a couple different graphing options. The one I would like is the column graph, and then I'm just going to select the first option here, and it's just going to go ahead and graph that for me. There's a couple different options. You can play with the colors up here, or you can go ahead and select a different graphing option. I like to do the ones over here where you can then go ahead and enter different titles or explain what the heck each axis means. So for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and select this one here, and I am going to add in a title here. This is just raw score. And I'm going to change the title average comparison of two projects. And then from there I can go ahead and take that, I can copy and paste it into a Word document if I'm trying to write a report to showcase all my data. But that is kind of how I would use Excel. Again, I use Excel for just the basics, for adding up things, sorting things, for finding averages, and then just making simple bar graphs. I think that's probably the extent of what you'll need to use these spreadsheet programs for, especially for showing student growth. All right. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. You can enter any of your questions into the Google group, or you could just email me or give me a call and I can help you out with those questions you might have. All right, thank you very much.